Welcome back. This is Nick Agram once again. I will be discussing unit circle or special angles using the unit circle. I have done this before, but I use only the normal right angle triangle. But this time, I'm going to use, of course, the Pythagorean theorem still, but we're going to find the value of these angles, its equivalents in different quadrants. That is what I'm going to do. Okay, for example, we're going to start with 45 degrees. So 45 degrees and then if this is the first quadrant, in the second quadrant we have 90 degrees plus 45 degrees, that is 135 degrees. And in the third quadrant, we have 180 plus 45 degrees, that is 225 degrees. And in the fourth quadrant, we have 270 degrees plus 45 degrees, that is 315 degrees. In radian measures, because we need to know that also, we have pi divided by 4. And this is, we have pi divided by 2 plus pi divided by 4. Then we have times 2 there, times 2. Then we have 3 pi divided by 4. Where is that? So if this is, I'm going to show, I'm going to use the red. That's it. There you go. There, this is 45, or pi divided by 4. Pi divided by 4. They are the same. That means these are the same. Okay, it's an isosceles triangle, but I can also use that here. Okay, maybe I can use another color so that you will not get confused. There. And it's also here. And it's also here. That's it. So for the red one is pi over 4. For the blue, this one is 3 pi divided by 4. For the light blue, we have, oh, we don't know yet. I'm going to put it there. That is pi plus pi over 4. So this is 4. Then we have 5 pi divided by 4. This is 5 pi divided by 4. And then for the last one, the gray one, there, we have 270, that is 3 pi. Yeah, 3 pi divided by 2. 3 pi divided by 2 plus pi divided by 4 is equal to, by 2 there, by 2, that's 6, 7 pi divided by 4. That is what we're going to do. Okay, so sine pi divided by 4, as you can see here, they are the same. So we have a squared plus a squared is equal to 1. So then we have 2a squared is equal to 1. And then a squared is equal to 1/2. And then a is equal to, we have positive negative squared of 1/2. That it means 1 squared of 2. Or we have a is equal to positive negative squared of 2 divided by 2. Okay, so that's that is the value. But in the first quadrant, sine is positive. So we have square root of 2 divided by 2. And that is equivalent to, is the same as sine of, on the second quadrant, 3 pi divided by 4. Okay? And the negative value is on the third quadrant, that is 5 pi divided by 4. That is negative square root of 2 divided by 2. And the same as in the fourth quadrant, that is sine 7 pi divided by 4. That is for the sine. How about for the cosine? Cosine pi over 4 is equal to square root of 2, it's the same, divided by 2. But then again, it is not the same on the second quadrant, that is negative. So that is on the third quadrant, that is also negative. Sine is negative on the second cosine is negative on the second quadrant and third quadrant. But in the fourth quadrant, that is positive cosine 7 pi divided by 4. And then we have cosine 3 pi divided by 4. That is negative square root of 2 divided by 2, which is the same as cosine 5 pi divided by 4. So that you know. Okay, for tangent, theta is equal to sine theta divided by cosine theta. As you can see, they are the same. Sine theta is equal to tangent now, pi divided by 4 is equal to square root of 2 divided by 2 divided by square root of 2 divided by 2. That is 1. So tangent pi divided by 4 is the same as 1, and it should be alternate on the third quadrant. That is also the same in 5 pi divided by 4. And then we have tangent, which is on the second quadrant, that is 3 pi divided by 4. That is negative 1, which is equal also on the fourth quadrant, that is 7 pi divided by 4. It's very important that you know their signs in different quadrants. Okay? Okay, let's take a look for another special angle, that is 60 degrees. So if we take 60 degrees here, almost there, and then we know that it is the same like that, then we have that one, and then we know that it is like that, then we have that one, and we know that is the same like that, and we have that one. Okay, so this is, let's say for this one is 60, and the next one, the blue one, is 120 degrees, and then the next one, that is 240 degrees, right? $80, 180 plus 60, and I should have used another. And then the last one, that one, what will be 300 degrees. Okay, so we have 60 degrees, that is equivalent to pi divided by 3. Then we have 240 degrees, that is equivalent to, we have 120, sorry, 120 degrees, we have 180 pi. If we do 60, we have 2 there, we have 3 there, so we have 2 pi divided by 3, Then we have 240 degrees. We have 180 there, 5 there. 4 pi divided by 3. And then we have 300 pi, 180 degrees. That is, what will be 5 pi divided by 3. Okay. Now if I'm going to create equilateral triangle here, this is 60 and this is 60, and in the middle we can find A there. Okay, we know that this is 1, this is 1, this should be 1/2. So we have, if to find for the A, we have A squared plus 1/2 plus I is equal to 1. Then we have A squared is equal to 1 minus 1/2. Then we have A squared is equal to sorry, it should be squared here. It should be squared. I forgot my Pythagorean theorem. Then 1 minus 1/4. Then we have A squared is equal to, that is 4 minus 1, that is 3/4. Then square root of both sides of the equation, we have A is equal to square root of 3 divided by 2. That it should be positive and negative. Then let's take a look where we can put positive and where we can put negative. We can start with sine. Sine pi divided by 3, that is in the first quadrant. That means sine there is positive, that is square root of 3 divided by 2. And in the second quadrant is also positive, so that means sine 2 pi divided by 3. For the negative, we have sine on the third quadrant, that is 4 pi divided by 3, that is negative square root of 3 divided by 2. And then we have also sine on the fourth quadrant, 5 pi divided by 3. That's for the sine. For the cosine, cosine pi divided by 3, that is the same. No, not the same. That is 1/2, sorry. And that is also opposite, adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, that's 1/2. Then we have pi cosine on the fourth quadrant, that is 5 pi divided by 3. And then cosine for the negative, we have the second quadrant, 2 pi divided by 3, that is negative 1/2. As you can see here, the x value there is negative, is equal to, on the third quadrant, that is cosine 4 pi divided by 3. For tangent, we have tangent 4 pi, or pi divided by 3 is equal to sine pi divided by 3, that is square root of 3 divided by 2 divided by 1/2. Then we have square root of 3. And that is equal also in the third quadrant, that is tangent 4 pi divided by 3. For the negative, we have tangent 2 pi divided by 3, which is negative square root of 3, is equal to tangent on the fourth quadrant, 5 pi divided by 3. you can control my answers. I hope I've done right. Okay, we're going to take a look for the special angle 30. It's very similar to what we did with 60. So I put an isosceles triangle here, not isosceles, equilateral triangle here. And then let's see what we can do. This is 1/2 as we did previously, and this is squared of 3 divided by 2. I'm going to check if is that yes. And we have this 1. Okay, but now this is 30 degrees. So if we have 30 degrees here, 30 degrees, or I'm going to use it in radians. I'm going to use the radians. Okay, this is pi divided by 6, and the next we have 30 degrees is equal to pi divided by 6. And then if you can see here now, and we have that. So we have 90 degrees plus 60. That's 150 degrees. And that is 180 pi. So by 30, this is 6, this is 5. That's 5 pi divided by 6. And then if you see that, it will go this way also. That's too much. That's oh, why 60? Yeah, because this is 60, this is 30. Yeah. And then we have 180 degrees plus 30 degrees. That is 210 degrees. Pi divided by 180. Then we have 6 and then 7 pi for the last one here. That one. So we have 270 degrees plus 60 degrees. Then we have 330 degrees. Pi, divided by 180 degrees. Then we have 11 pi. 33 by 30 divided by 6. So 11 pi divided by 6. Okay, if we put them together now, we need to have this one. This one is 5 pi divided by 6. And then the next one, that one, that is 7 pi divided by 6. And the third one, there you go, we have 11 pi divided by 6. So for the trigonometric functions now, we have sine pi divided by 6, that's 30 degrees. We know that's the opposite side divided by hypotenuse, we have, and 1/2, or 0.5. And that is also equal to, on the second quadrant, sine 5 pi divided by 6. And then, sine for the negative, we have the third quadrant, 7 pi divided by 6, that is negative 1/2, is equal to sine 11, not negative, it should be 11 pi divided by 6. Now for the cosine, we have cosine pi divided by 6. We have adjacent side, that is square root of 3 divided by 2, and even in the fourth quadrant, that is 11 pi divided by 6. For the negative value, we have cosine. Second quadrant, we have 5 pi divided by 6, that is negative square root of 3 divided by 2, and that is even on the third quadrant, that is 7 pi divided by 6. For the tangent, pi divided by 6, which is, we have the sine, that is 1/2 divided by square root of 3 divided by 2. So this one will become 1. Then we have 1 divided by square root of 3. If we multiply numerator and denominator by square root of 3, then we have square root of 3 divided by 3, which is also the same for the third quadrant. We have tangent 7 pi divided by 6. For the negative value, pi 5 pi divided by 6 is equal to negative square root of 3 divided by 3 is equal to tangent for the fourth quadrant, that is 11 pi divided by 6. So remember those. Just remember just one for the first quadrant, and then just remember that they have two values, positive and negative. It depends on the quadrant they are. You can find the angle. Okay. On my next video, I will be discussing some examples involving special angles and other things. And I hope you learned something from my lecture, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.